Do you remember a time when watching Monday Night Raw was not a chore? Do you remember when it was actually fun? I do. I know it's been a while since I've done any wrestling content as far as a single release video goes here on the channel, but I had to comment on this, and I'm going to keep this brief because brevity is key in today's short attention span age. So Raw has been on Netflix for one complete year, and in that time, under TKO, Triple H and whoever else is running the creative behind the scenes, I'm not going to go into great detail on that, has managed to basically tank the entire show. And I know there's some of the weird neckbeard, basement-dwelling IWC dweebs who the most athletic thing they do all day is shake the Dorito crumbs off themselves and crawl out of their hovel for 5 seconds a day. But hear me out here, those weirdos notwithstanding, the current product is garbage. I mean, let's just take a look at Raw from this past Monday night. 3 out of the 4 matches were women's matches.
It stinks.
What the fuck are we doing? What are we actually doing here with this? 3 out of 4 matches on Monday Night Raw, the flagship show of WWE, were women's matches. And those included such bangers as Kairi Sane and what's the other broad's name? Asuka versus Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. Then we had Maxine Dupree versus Becky Lynch for the women's Intercontinental title that nobody cares about. Way to work out of that move by falling on your fucking head, Maxine. Liv Morgan versus Lyra Valkyria, who I did a video about a year ago about how she wasn't over, and guess what? She's still not over because she's not a wrestler. So then you had a in-ring attack segment with Stephanie Vakir cutting a promo, beaten up by Raquel Rodriguez, and then we had to do that again backstage, run it back, and then we got the main event, Braun Breaker versus CM Punk for the world title, as if anybody thought that CM Punk was going to lose the world title on Raw. It was a ridiculous match. I don't care what you say. It kind of buries Braun Breaker. He can't beat 46-year-old CM Punk, and this guy's a blue chipper. Like, oh, but Pete, he's going to go win the Royal Rumble now. Nobody fucking cares. Nobody cares. If anybody should win the Royal Rumble and go on to WrestleMania and win a title, it's LA Knight. But then again, he should have had the WWE title a year ago. Not the U.S. title, not some stupid, worthless mid-card title, not the world title, which is just it doesn't even need to exist anymore. This whole we have to have a title for every brand and everybody's got to have a title, basically, is ridiculous. It's just as ridiculous as having your flagship show where we used to see guys like Stone Cold Steve Austin, Shawn Michaels, The Undertaker, Kane, The Rock, Triple H, Bret Hart, Ken Shamrock, DX, Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit, Kurt Angle. I can go on and on. The Hardys, the Dudleys, Edge and Christian, and go on and on about all these talents that used to be on Raw. And those are just some of the big names. The mid-card was way over more back then too. But now I ran through the card from this week's edition of Raw for you. Literally, that was it. Oh, and we had a Gunther and AJ Styles that was basically Gunther setting up a feud with AJ so he can retire him because he's the new legend killer now because he retired Goldberg and he retired John Cena. Yeah, and John Cena, who tapped out with a smile on his face and had taken a pop rocks from Roxanne Perez. Oh my God. Why? Why do we have 4 foot, 11, 90-pound women hitting Canadian destroyers on 250-pound men that are just John Cena's 48? He's still absolutely ripped. He's 6'1", 250 basically. Solid muscle, but 4'11", fucking 100-pound Roxanne Perez can hit a Canadian destroyer on him. And this, I just love all the weirdos that,
let Triple H cook. Let Triple H cook.
What the fuck?
how's that dinner tasting now? Is he serving that slop up to you hot? You guys loving that? Let's just face it, WWE overall is just, it's garbage now. It is. It's barely watchable. It's a spectacle. It's too cinematic. It's not wrestling anymore. You know, it ceased to be wrestling a long time ago. This is just the corpse and the husk that's being dragged through the mud by TKO until they sell it to Saudi Arabia for, you know, God knows how much blood money. I hate this. I hate it. I hate watching a sport that I love ruined by morons who don't care about it. And that's basically it for this rant. You know, that's all I got for you for the day. Thank you guys. If you liked what you heard, subscribe. Tune in for more. Check us out on Patreon. I'm Pete from Wrestling with Horror. I'll talk to you on the next one.